Dare to play.
Now we're trying out Nancy Drew, the Captive Curse for an...
I'm Nancy Drew.
Hi.
This is my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business.
I am new.
Check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That'll tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way.
All right, Nancy Drew is a child who solves dangerous mysteries, as we know, though she doesn't sound like a child. Well, okay, so the Nancy Drew is voiced by a voice that we know, Lonnie Manila, who has voiced many characters, including Eriko from Illbleed. And I always like to hear her voice. Kind of strange choice for Nancy Drew, because I thought Nancy Drew was supposed to be a child. But I think Lonnie has voiced Nancy Drew for a lot of these games. The one we're trying out now, this is the 24th Nancy Drew game, apparently. And it's not like this is the newest one or anything. This came out in 2011. Many games have still come out since then. All these games are made by Her Interactive, which is a name you may remember. Her Interactive's first game was Mackenzie & Co. And of course, we very much enjoyed that game, didn't we? We're trying out this for an hour just to see, how it is. Does the mystery engage us? Does it grab us? We will find out. We're going to click on things. How to be a detective.
To get from one place to another in the game, just move your cursor around on the screen and click when an arrow pointing in the direction you want to go appears. An arrow pointing forward allows you to go forward, while a back arrow allows you to step back. Sometimes up and down arrows are available too. Give it a try. Find the forward arrow and check out Mr. Woogle Woggle. He's my teddy bear.
So it's a point-and-click adventure game, which really not...
Camera mode allows you to take and view photos. When in camera mode, as always, your mission is to solve the mystery by stepping into my shoes and deciding my every move.
Well, there's some windows we can bring up, like the inventory, the journal, the task list. There's some, there's settings, load, save, things like that.
Before you can start playing, you need to decide whether to play as a junior or senior detective. If you choose junior detective, you'll get more hints than you will if you're a senior detective, and the puzzles will be a little easier. When you're ready to start playing, just click on the plane tickets and hang on to your hat.
Yep, that's what we need to do.
Questioning suspects. The gear I keep reminders to see what's in your inventory. I always use my...
So it's getting off to a good start in that, there we go. I was saying, how do we put the book down? I'm clicking all over the screen and the book's not being put down. Okay, it's like right there, right below, like not on the bar at the bottom, but right above the bar at the bottom, you have that arrow. There we go. That allowed us to put the book down. I was starting to get a little concerned about how we do this. Here's the case file for the current case.
For centuries, a fearsome monster has been stalking Castle Finster. Legend has it that once it is on the prowl, it won't return to the woods until it finds a new victim. A wealthy German investor, Marcus Bohm, has called me to Castle Finster to help him scare out the truth in this bizarre and terrifying case.
Oh, it's a murder mystery. We could go with junior detective or senior detective. Well, of course, we want the full detective experience, don't we now? right, I didn't realize this was a prequel to Resident Evil Village. As clearly that was a lichen. All right, let's ring the doorbell by the portcullis.
Hello? Hello? Open up, please.
No, thank you. We already have one.
What?
What?
This is Nancy Drew. Please let me in.
This is Lucas. Please let me out.
What?
What? This is what you sound like when you say that. What?
Can I talk to someone else about coming in?
No. But if you can find the match, maybe I'll let you in.
All right.
Oh, a puzzle before we can even enter the castle. All right, not an actual... We don't actually have to find an actual match. We have to look at this person's drawing and determine which two are exactly the same. Well, this one's wearing shorts. That one's wearing long pants. But these two wearing long pants are not the same because one's frowning and one's smiling. This one's here's over wearing long pants. It's got a purple shirt. This one also has a purple shirt, but this one has like a long sleeve and one's short sleeve. This one's two short sleeves. This one, purple shirt, long pants, short sleeves, like one eye's open, the other eye's closed. Both of these have closed eyes. Here is one with two closed eyes, purple shirt, short sleeves, and long pants. And that might know that doesn't match because this one has the brown hair, this one has the black hair. This one has open and closed eyes, but they're the opposite as that. And then this one has like a nice little pocket on the front, and none of the others seem to have that. This one has two closed eyes and the black hair and the purple shirt and the short sleeves and the long pants, which might match up with this one up here. This one is green pants. None of the others have the green pants. This one has this one has long and short sleeves like this one, but the pants are different. So I think the one that matched probably these two. Then I assume we click on something.
I got it. Okay, I solved it.
Nice job. Now for part 2 of your test.
Lucas!
You passed. Good job. Gotta go.
Nancy, sorry about Lucas. I'll have a little talk with him later. Come meet me in my study on the 2nd floor.
Does that guy just always dress like that, just casually, at home? Well, I guess we have the run of the place, but we probably should find that guy.
Nancy, it's Ned.
Hi, Ned. Sorry, the reception is a little bad here.
So when are you getting in? I've got the perfect romantic getaway plan for the two of us. Took a lot of work to put together, but it's gonna be worth it.
Well, there's been a hang-up. Sorry.
Of course there has. Does this mean I have to cancel our plans again?
Yes, but I promise I'll hurry home as soon as possible.
I've heard that one before.
I'm sorry I can't be more available, but I'm in the middle of something pretty important here.
So what? I'll just hang out at home being bored? Nancy Drew, international sleuth, gets to go out adventuring, while Ned stays at home. Again.
I'm sorry you're not having a better time. If you're not having fun, then go out and have fun.
You know what? Forget that I even said anything. I can see that I'm not that important to you. So forget it.
Fine.
Fine.
That was not great.
Ned just doesn't understand how important justice is. The world is covered in injustice, and Nancy Drew can never settle down until all the wrongs have been righted. Why can't Ned understand that? Oh, yep, hello. Someone just sitting there in the corner.
Nancy Drew, is it? I understand you and I have much in common.
I'm not so sure. I don't believe we've met officially.
Meet officially? What? With papers and a stamp? What is this? Meet officially? Silliness. I am Renate, officially, and you are Nancy, officially. Is that official enough for you? Should I invite a third party to witness the exchange, maybe?
Yes, if like there's a notary around, maybe?
What did you mean when you said we have a lot in common?
Perhaps I'm wrong about that. You are here for the monster, yes?
Oh, okay, we can make a choice. No, yes. Monster? What monster?
Monster? What monster?
Good try. But I don't buy it. Let me tell you what I know. You're here for the monster. Now I tell you something you don't know. This monster? He's here for you.
What makes you so sure of that?
I'm a storyteller, Nancy. I deal in fate and tragedy. And when a young girl suddenly finds herself called to a monster's lair, it is always the first breath of a tragedy. I should know. Leave while you still can, Nancy.
I'm not going to do that.
I didn't think that you would. You're part of this story now.
Tell me more about this monster. Have you heard much about it?
Have you heard much about this monster?
Let me tell you a story a friend told me. She stayed here with her family a long time ago when she was a young girl. Back then, the woods outside the castle walls were a very dangerous place, especially for a little girl. That's why her father told her she was never going to the woods alone. This little girl? She had a small red scarf that came all the way from India. It had a parade of gold-stitched elephants, all walking in a line. She was very proud of it, and how far it had traveled just to belong to her. One day when she was playing in the field, a gust of wind carried the scarf deep into the woods. When the girl's older sister saw her walk into the forest, she tried to stop her, but it was too late. She couldn't catch up. 2 girls went out into the woods. One came back.
What happened?
There were monsters in the woods that night.
Sorry, but I don't believe in monsters. I am a sophisticated American girl, and I don't believe in your nonsense.
Sorry, but I don't believe in monsters.
This isn't a fairy tale. It doesn't matter if you believe or not.
The story about the girls. Who is the friend who told it to you?
The story about the girls. Who is this friend who told it to you?
You wouldn't know her.
I'm just curious. Is she your age? Is she from here?
Why won't it matter to you? Leave it alone.
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
I'm a traveler, much like you. I see the world. I tell stories.
But why are you here now?
I do not know yet. If our time together is a comedy, then I was brought here by coincidence. If our time is a tragedy, then it must be fate.
What did you mean when you said I was part of the story now?
What did you mean when you said I was part of the story now?
You'll figure it out.
I think you're just trying to scare me.
And if I am? Is that such a bad thing? You have good reason to be afraid.
Are you threatening me? I will cut you. Don't think I won't. You can just go back. You can contact the people the cases I've worked on. The trail of bodies Nancy Drew has left in her wake in the name of justice.
Are you threatening me?
Threatening you? No. No, I'm not threatening you, Nancy.
Where are your favorite places to visit?
Where are your favorite places to visit?
The places with the best food. The people in the north are dull as mud through dirty spectacles, but they make a knockwurst and apple fritter that will take up residence in your soul. Oh, and in the Black Forest they make cakes, these chocolate cakes with cherries and cream. Oh, what I would give for one right now. There is nothing like having a full belly and taking a nap near a fire.
That does sound nice.
It is. Sweet food is my one true weakness in this world. It isn't great for the old teeth. It makes me fall fast asleep. But those are small prices to pay. Oh, all this talk has made me hungry.
Well, I guess I'll let you go, and you can find a knockwurst and apple fritter.
I'll let you go. Bye.
Goodbye.
All right, we've talked to... Oh, is it Ned?
What did you do to Ned?
Hi, Frank.
I'm serious. You better hope his brain is under warranty, because you have broken it.
Oh, no. Is he really upset?
I've never seen him this upset before. Joe's working overtime to cheer him up. I don't know exactly what's going on, but you might want to give him a call. Ugh, this connection is awful. Give me a call when you've got a better line. Let me know what you're up to. Joe and I will keep an eye on Ned.
Ned is so needy. Now he's getting the Hardy Boys to give us a hard time about this. Also, I do like the contact is Frank and Joe Hardy, indicating that the two of them share one phone. You can afford 2 phones, Hardys.
I'll let you go. Bye.
Bye, Nancy.
Just want to turn around because I thought there was something on a wall. Okay, yeah, that. Can I look at that?
I have to translate that.
Can I get a close look at it? Doesn't seem like it. I mean, it looks like it's saying watch out for stairs. I can't seem to turn towards that door. Like, there's a door to my right, and it doesn't seem like I can turn toward it. I don't know. What if I turn around? Okay, now it's in front of me. No, I still can't. Alright, it's a forbidden door. Das Monster, huh? Monsters, what and why? The real deal on German legends. Let's see. Beware the countryside of Germany. Monstrous creatures roam the forests of the nation, striking terror into the hearts of all. There's Noxerer, a type of vampire that drains the life force of its victims rather than their blood, generally individuals who had family ties to the vampire when it was alive. The Noxerer has also the ability to shapeshift into a pig. No staking. This vampire sounds like it's kind of lame. I don't know. It turns into a pig? No stakings are needed to render this vampire harmless. Simply place a coin. Yeah. This is like a lower tier vampire, I would say. Doppelganger, literally meaning double goer. This creature is an exact physical double of a living person. Of the two, one is believed to be evil and the other good. Coming face to face with your doppelganger is seen as an omen or warning of impending doom. Well, maybe Nancy will meet her doppelganger. Maybe the residents of the castle will have to decide which one is the real one. We'll have to convince them we're the real one. There's Wupeltinger, a hybrid monster made of different parts. The Wupeltinger is generally portrayed as a horned rabbit with wings. That sounds adorable. That makes itself at home in the alpine woods of Bavaria. The Boxenwolf, a magical belt, is said to transform the wearer into the legendary werewolf. The Boxenwolf has the keen senses and speed of a wolf, while retaining a sharp human mind. Unlike a traditional werewolf, it can be killed by any weapon. Well, okay. It's, if you have this magic belt, you can, like, transform yourself into the werewolf, but you have your human mind, so you're not bestial. So that sounds like a good trade. However, you can just be killed by mundane means, so not quite as strong as the regular werewolf. The Nixie, traditionally half woman, half fish, the Nixie has the ability to become fully human and walk on land. This malicious shapeshifter usually stays in her watery home, singing her siren call and luring men to their death. I don't think we're by a body of water, so probably is not an issue here. We can look at that, but...
That's too expensive. That's too expensive.
Can we buy something? Is this like a souvenir shop for a castle? Or... Yeah, I guess it is a souvenir shop. I guess they do have tourists here. Deutschland.
I need more money.
Will it dispense one of the food items here? Oh, there's like a human being who is watching me this time. Ahem.
Guten Abend, Frau. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Sprechen Sie... Oh, do I speak German? No, sorry.
No. I am the one to apologize. Karl, the Burgermeister, is supposed to tell me a little bit about each guest, like the language you speak and where you're from. This way I can have everything prepared for your stay. But again, he has not done this correctly. I'm Anya, the Castellan. I'm in charge of guest services. I'm here to help you with anything you need during your stay.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nancy Drew.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss Drew. You sure picked an interesting week to visit. You must have a strong heart.
What do you mean?
What, you don't know? Then it's nothing.
It must be something, or you wouldn't have said anything.
The castle's worked up in a panic right now, so I have to warn you that your visit here may not be the world-class experience we aim to provide. But I will do my best to make sure that your visit is a happy and safe time for you.
I just want to mention that Burgermeister is a pretty awesome title. Why is everyone a little spooked right now?
Why is everyone a little spooked right now?
Oh, well, I suppose you'll find out about it anyway. I might as well be the one to fill you in. Mind you, don't get upset. Are you the easily frightened type?
We have nerves of steel.
No.
Good. You'd tell me if you were. There's nothing wrong with being scared.
I'm not. Promise.
Okay, good. But you do not need to worry about this, I see. How do you say this? There's a monster situation potentially taking shape.
A monster situation?
Well, that's the buzz around the castle. You need background. This castle, has a history. Legend around here says that a monster lives in these woods. Once in a great while, he returns, seeking a victim. People think that time is now.
What makes everyone think the monster is coming here now?
What makes everyone think the monster is coming here now?
As long as I've been here, people always pointed out signs of his return. Cows would go missing, flocks of sheep would disappear, claw marks would appear on the trees. Everyone would say, "Oh, the monster will be here soon!" But when he doesn't come, everyone calms down and forgets about the legend until strange things start happening again.
Are strange things happening now?
Yeah, but different this time.
How so?
How so?
The signs are the same, but everyone is reacting differently. It's spooky. I heard once that before a tsunami, all of the animals will run to a higher ground. They just know. That is what it is like this time. We all just know.
Well, what can you tell me about this so-called monster?
What can you tell me about the monster?
I don't know, Nancy. A lot of the older people here say they've seen it, but none of them will say what it looks like.
Why not?
Not sure. Maybe they didn't see it. Maybe they did, and they don't want to remember. But everyone will tell you about the strange things that have been going on.
Like what?
Look, I could get into a lot of trouble for telling you things like this. Can you promise me that you won't tell anyone that I am telling you this stuff?
Look, I keep my sources secret. I've solved murders, I'll have you know, and I have had to make sure that no one knew who my informants were. Otherwise, they were going to disappear one day. So I think you can trust me with your little story about a monster.
I promise.
Okay. For the last little while, there have been these weird howls from the woods. The sound, it's no animal I've ever heard of, and it is definitely not human. It sounds, I don't know, frustrated? At night you can hear the thing. It's circling the castle, getting closer each time. It's terrible.
So do you believe that there's a monster on the way here?
Do you believe there's a monster on his way here?
What do you want me to say, Nancy? I can't answer anything like that at work.
Please, I won't tell anyone what you say.
Please, I won't tell anyone what you say.
I do. It's stupid, I know. But there is something terrible out there. I can just feel it. We all can. It's taken everything I've got to stay here through this.
And what do the other people here think about this monster?
What do the people who live here think about the monster?
People have stopped talking about it. Those who can have skipped town. Those of us who really live here, let's just say you're not going to be finding many open doors on a night like tonight. People are scared.
Does anyone know why the monster is even supposed to be here?
This monster, does anyone know why it's supposed to be here?
Legend says he comes from the forest whenever the girl in the necklace walks the castle halls, and he will stop at nothing to steal her away into the woods.
Well, then what happens?
No one knows, but these girls, they are never seen again. None of them.
Well, I mean, that necklace sounds pretty important. I guess we can't ask her details about the necklace. I mean, she's wearing a necklace. What necklace are we talking about here? What do you think of Renate?
What do you think of Renate?
I love her stories. Sometimes when she comes, the two of us stay up until the sun comes up, just chattering away about this and that. You ask me, her reputation is completely undeserved.
What reputation?
It's difficult to explain exactly. A lot of people say that wherever she goes, bad fortune follows.
Do you think that?
Not really. But she does always have peculiar timing. Come to think of it, whenever the castle gets to talking about the monster, she's not far behind.
Really? Do you think she has something to do with the monster sightings?
I'd be surprised. But then again, no, never mind. It's nothing.
What?
Okay, I shouldn't be telling you this. One time when she was here, and again everyone was all worked up about the monster, and she told the stories that scared everyone who listened half to death. So later that night, when everyone was locked in their houses with the windows shut tight, I caught her snooping around the castle.
What was she doing?
That's just the thing. I couldn't figure it out. She didn't come back for a long time after that. Actually, that was the last we heard of the monster for a while, too.
Well, I mean, it sounds like a pretty open and shut case. Clearly, Renate has one of those belts that she can put on to turn into the werewolf. I mean, I think that's the sound of hands, wiping each other's, indicating that this is a open and shut case. I think it's time to get out the handcuffs and bring her in. What's a castellan?
What's a castellan?
I'm in charge of the overall guest experience here. Carl, who you may have met earlier, is the Burgermeister, sort of like the mayor. Or, I mean, that's what he would really be if he actually did any work. I'm sorry, that wasn't really appropriate. Long day.
She has some bottled up feelings about the Burgermeister. Also, he really should have greeted us at the door. Like, he was on the second floor and said, "Come up here." And, I mean, how do we even know how to get to the room he's in? That doesn't seem appropriate. How did you get such a cool job?
So, how did you get such a cool job?
I get asked that all the time. It's really fun here and pretty competitive. I got my job by working my way up and managing smaller households and attractions in the area. Then one day there was an opening. I turned in my resume and crossed my fingers.
Bye.
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 Bye. All right. Learning all...
We just finished talking.
Thanks.
Thanks. See you later.
Auf Wiedersehen.
You're learning all kinds of
It
things.
was fast. Did you want something else?
No.
Thanks. See you later.
Bye, Nancy.
Just clicking on the screen. Can't look at this t-shirt. Oh, no, we can. I came to see the creature, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. I came here to be killed by a monster, and I'm disappointed at how that's turning out so far. Now, that was a lot of talking. A lot of learning. I think we came from here. Let's see if there's anywhere else we can go in this direction.
It's locked.
Danger! Don't get burned alive, apparently. Nope, that's got turned around. Nope, that's... There it is. I wonder what the purpose of these stairs are. There's like no doors up here. You just go over them, and then you're back the way you came. What's even the purpose of having those doors? A brief history of Castle Finster. It's... okay, apparently someone died. And... traditions of supporting displaying local crafts. You know, it's a history. Okay, I think this is the Burgermeister.
You must be Nancy, yes?
That's right. I'm here to help you take care of the monster sightings.
Shh, shh. There is certainly no monster, Fraulein, and there have been no monster sightings. Everything is fine. There is no need for alarm. We have a huge monster problem here, literally and also figuratively. The monster is huge, and it is also a huge problem. I need your help.
Why are you doing that?
Doing what?
Talking so loudly. Who is listening in?
I am the Burgermeister, Nancy. If I appear to be scared, how will everyone feel? The last thing I need is the castle newspaper picking up on how bad things are.
The castle has its own newspaper?
Of course. Doesn't yours?
I don't really live in a castle.
How do you protect yourself from peasant uprisings?
It's never really been an issue. Can you tell me a little bit about this monster?
What? You want details? It's a monster. It is monstrous. Get rid of it, please. And thank you.
I mean, if you called someone to exterminate a monster, I'm not sure why you called Nancy Drew. I mean, surely there's like other organizations you could have called. Like, I don't know, like hire some hunters or something to hunt down a monster in the forest. I'm not sure what Nancy is going to do about this. Is Nancy even packing a gun? Like, I mean, even if she was, she wouldn't have been able to get it past customs. Maybe the Burgermeister has a gun he can lend to us. It sounds like he's asking us to shoot something, is what I'm saying. There's a bunch of questions we can ask. We'll just do that in order. What do you think of Renate?
What do you think of Renate?
Did you know that Anya wants her to go? I don't understand why. She's such a great storyteller. This isn't the first time she's come here, you know. Although it was before my time, she knows a lot about this place.
Anya told me she likes Renate.
I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Maybe she's trying to impress you by pretending to be far friendlier than she actually is.
Oh, maybe some interpersonal drama happening. Some castle politics. We shouldn't get involved with the political squabbles of this place. What is this thing? Why does everyone call it the monster?
This thing, what is it? Why does everyone just call it the monster?
Honestly, there is not much we know about it.
What do you mean?
Most of us have only seen the destruction it leaves behind.
But it still seems like you would know enough about it to at least give it a name. After all this time?
I heard it had a name long, long ago. The villagers, hundreds and hundreds of years ago, they knew the monster. They would leave food for him deep in the woods. They were all terrified of him, of course, but so were the wolves. If they kept the monster fed, he would not bother them, and they could raise their livestock in peace. But one night, the monster broke into the castle and kidnapped the Freiherr's only daughter. He was broken-hearted and decreed that the monster be killed on sight. He demanded that the townsfolk no longer leave food in the woods. It was forbidden to speak the monster's name in town.
What happened after that?
What happened?
No one knows. No one even knows how true the story is. It was a long time ago. But there are many stories like it that happened in these walls.
I like your lederhosen.
I like your lederhosen.
Yes, get it out of your system now, Fräulein.
What do you mean?
No one likes lederhosen. Look at these. All of these straps and hooks and what have you. It's like I can't be trusted to keep my shirt on. Do you know how long it takes me to put these on in the morning? 9 minutes. And it's not like they look good. I look like a sad old Pinocchio.
Then why do you wear them?
It's part of Marcus's Bavarianization of the castle. He wants to give tourists a more authentic experience when they come here.
It sounds like you're not a fan of that idea.
I grew up here. I know authentic. If he wanted authentic, he should have come to me instead of stuffing the castle full of idiotic tourists. No offense to you and your fanny pack-wearing, loud-talking country people.
It sounds like you don't like tourists.
We have no business having tourists here. It isn't right.
Well, if this game came out in 2011, that seems like a little bit after the fanny pack fad had happened. I don't really see a 2011 American coming around wearing the pack of the fanny. But well, so the Burgermeister is saying he doesn't like wearing this. This is basically his uniform that he has to wear for the tourists, and he does not like this at all. He is not a fan. He mentioned Marcus. I guess Marcus must be the owner of the castle. We don't know who this person is. I still would like to be able to ask, why did they call for Nancy to solve this problem? I'm not really understanding why they thought she was the person. It sounded like they should just hire a bunch of hunters with guns to comb the forest for this monster. I'm not sure why Nancy is here. Earlier, you hid some things when I came in. Were they dolls?
Earlier, you hid some things when I came in. Were they dolls?
Fräulein, these are not dolls.
Okay, what are those items?
These are injection-molded, professionally crafted, physical, tactical, multi-directional place-holding avatars.
Oh, yeah, like action. I had action figures with the Kung Fu grip. I had those. Oh, right.
Oh, right.
Therefore, a fully immersive strategic map-inclusive campaign tabletop set I've built.
Okay, I know those words, but that is the extent of what I took away from that sentence.
You Americans would call it a game.
Oh, yes, we would call it that.
But that is because in the rest of the world, games are not taken seriously. Here, we take games very seriously. Very seriously. That is why German board games are the best in the world.
You're playing a tabletop RPG? Is that what you're trying to say? And you were painting your miniatures when I came in? I think was what he was trying to say. I'm going to say 9 to German board games being the best in the world. I want to have a rivalry with this man about where the best games come from.
I don't think that's true.
I don't know what is worse, doubting me or doubting German board games. Both of these things are a problem in my opinion. Just so you know, many of the most popular games throughout the world actually were created in Germany. And now I'm working on creating a new game. When it is done, it's going to turn the strategy world on its ear, which, now that I think about it, as an expression, does not make a great deal of sense.
Why's that?
Because why would it be on its ear? This is preposterous.
No, the other thing. Why is this game so important?
You'll have to see. Tell me you'll play. It's not perfect yet, but it's pretty great so far. At least that is what I think. But you should be sure to tell me what you think. Don't be shy. I can always use constructive criticism.
All right, sure. Let's play your game, old man.
Sure, I'd love to.
Great! It's called Raid. The game is very simple. It's just about using the best strategy and, of course, finding the coolest looking character. Ready?
I'll play blue if you play the other 2 colors.
Oh, excellent.
We can choose our difficulty. Let's go with medium. So I cannot read the text on these cards. But I guess I should choose one. It seems like he could just pick the 2 cards. He never actually has to duel against my cards. He could just pick whatever cards he has on both sides and determine which ones he wants to win. That doesn't seem... I don't think you could actually do that if you were going to play a real game of this. I did not like your game.
I didn't like it.
You didn't? Oh. You've done it again, Carl. Getting too excited. I need to work more. Take this and please try again.
Thanks.
Gave me a thing. And I guess just for, out of thanks for trying out his game. I mean, technically we were a game tester right there. Who's Lucas?
Who's Lucas?
Lucas is the castle's other monster.
What do you mean?
He's the head of security's son, so he's always wandering around, meddling, talking, endlessly talking, chattering away about some inane thing. It never ends with that one. How could someone who knows so little talk so much? The talking is more annoying than all of the pranks.
Maybe we can, throw him to the monster? It's just a thought. We want to look at the silver lining of things. Maybe we can make this whole monster situation work for us. Can you catch me up what's been happening with these monster sightings?
Can you catch me up on what's been happening with these monster sightings?
The castle is emptying out. I've never seen people be this nervous. You've got to get to the bottom of this quickly.
What happened with the monster so far?
What has happened with the monster so far?
I don't know. I've heard all sorts of things. Magda saw him out in the woods last week. She was out gathering herbs after a rainstorm. She drops her basket, and when she looked back up, she saw him standing there. She was sure she was going to get it, but the monster just walked away.
Where is Magda? Can I talk to her?
You can try, but good luck with that. She's bolted her door, and she hasn't come out since that night. Come to think of it, you should leave her alone.
Well, my job is specifically not to leave people alone, Burgermeister. That's why you called me here. I want to ask her a few questions.
I just want to ask her a few questions.
I know exactly what you want to do, and I'm telling you that you need to leave her alone.
Well, clearly, Carl does not know who he brought here to his castle. Thanks. See you later.
Thanks. See you later.
Auf Wiedersehen!
Carl, can you give me the combination to this?
I'm shocked. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just turned around.
Yes, that's it. Turned around.
What an interesting painting.
Doesn't seem like we can interact with it.
Oh, that's bad.
Look at that mess. I want you to put everything exactly the way it was.
Sorry, I will. It looks like I'll need to get the trays to their original levels.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good, a puzzle. Why would the cards have different weights to them? Or, I mean, like, when he's not looking, we could just leave. That's another thing we could do.
You still need to put everything back the way it was.
You got it.
Nancy, it's Marcus. Cell phone reception is notorious up there. Give me a call back on the landline in your room.
So I guess this is the guy who actually owns the castle. Wants us to call us from our room, wherever that might be. No.
Hello.
Hi, so are you the one who tried to keep me out of the castle?
Probably. I've been known to do things like that. I'm Lucas.
I'm Nancy Drew.
Hello, Nancy Drew. Do you want to play Monster?
No.
I don't really have time for that right now.
Does no one have time for fun in this fast-paced modern world? That's from that one commercial. Okay, well, if you change your mind and decide you don't want to be boring, then let me know. Prices might be involved.
What do you know about the monster that's been terrorizing the castle?
What do you know about the monster that's been terrorizing the castle?
I heard that it's a forest yeti.
What's that?
It's the saddest and most terrible of the monsters. It lives alone in a big cave usually, and it gets so hungry that he thinks he's going to die. But he doesn't want to eat because he has to eat people, and he doesn't like to kill people. So he tries to eat vegetables, but they make him sick. But one day, He can't wait anymore, and he runs into the town, and he grabs up a whole bunch of people and eats them all, and he goes back to his cave. And he's so sad about all of the people he's killed that you can hear him crying and howling for miles.
Lucas!
Sounds kind of like that.
What a conflicted monster. What can you tell me about Anya?
What can you tell me about Anya?
She's the best. She's the most fun person in this castle by a mile.
Why is that?
She's taught me where all the fun places are in the castle. And she knows a lot of games, and she's good to talk to if you have a problem. I wish she wasn't always so busy.
What's she busy doing?
I don't know. Probably something with Carl.
Why do you say that?
They're always fighting.
Do you visit her in the shop much?
Do you visit Anya in the shop much?
Oh yeah. Want to hear a secret? If you give Renate food, she falls asleep in like a second. It's really weird.
That is weird. That's an odd thing. What do you know about Renate?
What do you know about Renate?
She's not so great. My dad says she's lucky that they let her come here. She has a reputation.
What kind of reputation?
I don't know. She steals or something. No one here trusts her, and she's always trying to boss me around, stopping me from doing anything fun.
How so? Does she stop you from bugging Carl?
She's just in the way. I don't like her.
No, Carl, that's not good enough. You must have a reason for not liking her. Tell me your reason.
You must have a reason for not liking her.
You ask too many questions.
Oh, that just ended the conversation right there. He did not like all the questions we were asking, which means we're on the right track.
What's up?
What do you think of all the tourists who come here?
What do you think of all the tourists who come here?
They're so boring. Every group says the same thing, no matter when they come. They all make the same stupid jokes, and I always have to pretend to be amused.
Why are you always pranking Carl?
Why are you always pranking Carl?
I tried with everyone else, but they're not good at noticing. Carl is, though. He notices everything and gets all crazy and red when you mess with him. Have you seen all of the cool stuff he has in his office? When I get to use it, I'm going to build a small version of the castle with all the secret passages.
Secret passages?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where are the secret passages? Where do they go?
I can't tell you. They're secrets. Plus, there are a few places here that I'm the only one who knows where they go.
Have you seen the monster?
Have you seen the monster?
I don't know.
How can you not know?
I saw something. I don't know what it was.
Where?
Down in the passageways. It was awful.
What did you see?
What did you see?
Probably a monster.
I think you're the monster here.
I think you're the one behind the monster sightings.
My lawyer has advised me not to answer that question.
That's enough. I'm the law here, and I think you're the one causing the sightings.
That's enough. I think you're the one causing the sightings.
But I don't even know why you're here, and why you're bugging me. Maybe you should just leave me alone.
Well, that makes two of us, Lucas. I don't know why I'm here either. Have you always lived here? And by always, I mean like for centuries, since you're some sort of ageless monster?
Have you always lived here?
Yep, the whole time. My dad's the head of security here, so I know pretty much everything there is to know about everyone here. Most of it's boring, but not all of it.
What do you mean?
I can't tell you, I'd get in trouble. But it's bad. My dad says all castles have bloody histories because they're built by greedy men. He says that a lot.
What does he mean when he says that?
What does he mean when he says that?
I can't tell you. Also, I don't really know.
Aren't you worried about getting in trouble with Carl?
Aren't you worried about getting in trouble with Carl?
Oh, Carl can't catch me, that's just how it is. Carl couldn't catch a cold that was looking for him. He couldn't catch a ball if you glued it to his hand. He couldn't catch an acorn if he was the ground. I can continue if you'd like.
All right, keep going.
Okay, go ahead.
He couldn't catch a thing if he was a different thing. I really didn't expect you to say yes.
Well, I'll let you go.
I'll let you go. Bye.
For now. until it comes time to take in the monster. Then we're going to have to make the hard decision. We're going to have to load our gun and point at whoever it is we think is the monster. Here's the store. Was he outside the store that whole time? I guess I just must have walked right by him.
Nancy, it's Marcus. Call me back on the landline.
Yes, I know, Marcus. I don't know where the landline is, because I'm at this large castle, and no one has actually told me where my room is. What kind of staff do you have working here, Marcus?
There must be a specific order to play these in.
Okay, we have been here. We know what this is. Which isn't a good thing, actually, because I was hoping for a new area.
This must be the room that Carl set up for me.
Okay, there is a label on the door. It's a touch-tone phone. I demand authenticity. Where is the dial phone, Marcus?
Marcus here.
Hi, it's Nancy.
So, what's everything look like at the castle? Have you got everything under control?
So far.
Great. I'm on my way down. I'm about 4 hours away, but I'll try to be here if you need me. Thanks again for helping me out. It'd be great to have the whole thing tied up by the time I get in.
I'll do my best.
That's what I'm expecting. I'm bringing some foreign investors to the castle tomorrow. Big money, big-time investors. I mean like stupid rich. Like, happy birthday, I got to that town in France you wanted rich. I want everything tied up with a neat bow. Signed, sealed, delivered, stamps, the whole 100 yards. You're like my personal stylist here. You gotta make me look good.
Stylist? I'm here to get rid of the monster, right?
Nancy, business is built on metaphors, fast talking is self-aggrandizing anecdotes. Like the time the Prime Minister told me that my yacht was fantastic.
Right.
I knew you'd be a fast learner. That's my favorite type of learner. Favorite type of car, too. You prove yourself to me. In this case, I see big things in your future. Look at me. I started out small like you. Now I've got 4 houses. 3 in Berlin and 1 somewhere. Told my realtor to surprise me. Really should track it down someday. Also, I own a castle, but you know that.
Well, I mean, if the investors you're bringing in are stupid rich, I would think they would be interested in the monster. You know, that's if without the monster, this is just a castle. But with a monster, hey, you've got a castle that is being terrorized by an actual genuine monster. So I would think he probably wouldn't want us to get rid of the monster. He would just want us to be able to control the monster and be able to have the monster attack on cue, so as to really interest these investors. What can you tell me about Anya?
What can you tell me about Anya?
Anya's Anya, always has been. I was surprised to find out she was working at the castle, but that's synchronicity for you.
Why were you surprised she was working here?
We used to date.
You and Anya? Really?
Yeah, it was years ago.
She didn't mention that.
Well, I'm not surprised. The breakup didn't exactly go well. Well, no breakup goes well, right? That'd be weird. Anya was pretty upset and she ended up acting a little strange.
Strange how?
It's not really...
it wouldn't be very gentlemanlike to get into what went on. Let's just say she is the reason that I make sure my shoes are tied before I break up.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, I'm just being dramatic. It was rough. We got through it. When I find out she was working at the castle, it was weird at first, but stranger things have happened. Look, Anya and I have had our problems. But in business, skill comes first. She's very good at her job, and customers love her. That's good enough for me.
What do you think of the Burgermeister?
What do you think of Carl?
He's not my ideal manager, but he does an adequate job when he's not working on that game of his, that is.
Yeah, that game, that's not going anywhere. Like, he's going to put that game up on Kickstarter to try to get the funds to start producing it. It's going to fail. It's going to be very sad. You're the one who broke up with Anya?
You're the one who broke up with Anya?
Yes, I'd rather not get into the specifics, but I did end the relationship.
What do you know about Renate?
What do you know about Renate?
Nothing. Is that a person?
Yes, she's a traveling storyteller.
Oh, okay. I'll add that to the list of things that you seem to think that I need to know.
Can you tell me a little bit about the monster?
Can you tell me a little bit about this monster?
No, other than that it was a terrible timing, which is rude, by the way. I don't deal with these sort of things. I hire people to do it for me. I'm big picture, Nancy, like a dinosaur's yearbook. I don't do small print.
A dinosaur's yearbook. Have you tried Carl's game, by the way?
Have you tried Carl's game?
No. I do not play games, but if I did, I would not play them with Carl.
Just a real dislike of Carl, just as a person, on a personal level. Why do you insist that everyone dress up? Is it just to annoy Carl?
Why do you insist that everyone dress up?
The castle isn't a hotel, Nancy. I'm not renting out a room. I'm providing an experience. I want our guests to create memories that they'll never forget during their visit here.
Like seeing a monster?
Are you implying that I'm behind the monster sightings?
Well, it's not out of the realm of possibility.
It is so far out of the realm of possibility that it has crossed the sea of you are wrong and landed in the realm of ludicrous accusations. But I do admire your thoroughness. Good hustle.
See you later.
Get it done.
And we still did not get the opportunity to ask, why were we hired for this in the first place? Like, Nancy Drew, I'm not aware, I don't know too much about the background of Nancy Drew. I'm not aware of her being a monster hunter. But I guess her, whatever cases she's worked on, her reputation has led Marcus to think that she's the girl for the job. You know, it's kind of rude to pound on the door like that.
It's the monster! He's struck again! Quickly! Follow me to the courtyard!
All right, let's see if we can see this monster for ourselves. Oh no, a small fire?
It has gotten past the gates! This has never happened before! Nancy, this is different now. You better leave.
No, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
That is not a smart move. I'm going to tell Marcus that whatever happens to you is no longer my responsibility.
I'd better find a way to put out that fire, and fast.
Wait, so there's like a break in this window right here. There's like a small fire where this plant is. Is that the only sign of the monster, or is there anything else happening around here? Yep, there's some water. Dramatic music playing. Okay. You know, I have not actually had to use anything from my inventory as of yet. So let's see, I guess we'll just click on this and then that. There we go.
The monster did some major damage out here.
Did it?
There's something strange stuck in that door. What a peculiar looking burr. If I can find out where it's from, that could help me track the monster.
I guess we can't look any closer at that door. All right, does Carl want to come back? Carl, you're like the Burgermeister around here, and you just ran away from like this fire, and I had to put it out. And I don't know if I'm not sure if I think this was really your responsibility, Carl. Like, I don't think this is something that I needed to do. I don't have a problem doing it. I'm just saying that you ran away from your responsibilities. So, you know, I'm gonna have to report this to Marcus, and he's not gonna like what he hears. Also, I don't know why we're assuming a monster did this. I would just rather assume that Lucas probably did this. This seems completely within Lucas, the realm of possibility that Lucas should have started a small fire and, like, broke a window. Not beyond him. But we have been doing this for an hour now. An hour of Nancy Drew, the Captive Curse. Come to think of it, I don't know why that's the name, the Captive Curse. It hasn't been about a curse so far, keeping anyone captive. But maybe if we were to continue on in the game, maybe we would find out some revelations that would indicate to us that there is indeed a curse that's happening. That could possibly happen. I don't know. But yes, that's our hour of Nancy Drew. Attempting to find a monster, which again just doesn't seem like we're really equipped to do. Maybe there's going to be like, I don't know, maybe as we go into the end game, into the third act, maybe like we'll find a secret passage full of munitions and such, and there's going to be a sequence where Nancy suits up, puts bandoliers of bullets on her, gets some revolvers and hunting rifles. Now it's time for Nancy to become the monster. Hunt down the monster. Maybe you don't know. Maybe there might be a sequence like that later on. But let's see. What do we want to consider? What would we say this game should get as we look at the points? Let's see. Well, suspense, obviously, there's going to be a lot of suspense in this. Immoral? Nancy did not do anything immoral as of yet. Maybe that could possibly change later on, but as for now, Nancy seems like she has been very good, so I don't think just really been much. I mean, we did try to steal Carl's stuff. Like, we tried to open up his safe. Like, maybe that's a little bit, just a little bit. Just like a teensy bit immoral. And erotic? How erotic has been this adventure so far? I don't know if I really say there's been much eroticism. I can't really... I just don't think there has been. So, I mean, I guess we're just going to give these scores. There we go. Just like a teensy bit immoral, many suspenses, but really not erotic at all. And, like, that could certainly change as we go on, but... if we ever did return to this. But right now, I'm just completely dry, to be honest. So those are our stage points for Nancy Drew, The Captive Curse. That's been our hour look. And there's a monster. Nancy has to kill it.